Cause even Alves is a name, I'm staking my claim. Street smart edge with a touch of heart. Luso Grit's the show where the hustle sparks. Luso Grit, fight through the fire. Dreams don't sleep when you're climbing higher. Portuguese roots with the world in sight. Immigrant hustle is shining bright.
Okay, we're live, buddy.
Live.
All right,
Live and
Jeffrey.
alive.
Jeffrey Furtado.
Dang.
Where are you originally based out of?
Born and raised in Laval, Montreal. But my family comes from Luso Grit. So they came here, was born here, and grew up proud Portuguese.
So, but you're like born and raised in Montreal, yeah?
I was born and raised here.
Would you say your upbringing's like were you like within the community?
Yes, sir.
How old were your parents when they came?
So my mother was about 9 years old when she came here. So she came here, 9 years old, learned the language, get into the system. Grandparents, worked those knees on the ground, cleaning the shop, cleaning the houses,
Yeah,
working for the city, like every Portuguese immigrant,
Oh yeah. It's never an easy story.
That's it.
So, when you were coming up in Montreal, did you feel like the community was big, or was it like a small tight niche in this street, that street?
Yeah. So where my family came,
Yeah.
when I was born in Laval.
Yeah.
We always tend to follow where the Portuguese church is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So we were literally on the street of the church in Laval. So we grew up going to the festas,
Of course.
We went to all the festas. We were part of the community. My grandfather took care of all the landscaping, was part of the community. And growing up, my family, my cousins, this were all Portuguese. So we all grew up with the Portuguese friends. So my first language was Portuguese. My parents spoke to me in Portuguese first.
That's usually how it is. Yeah.
So, that's, you assimilate where, you feel comfortable where your people are from, So we were born and raised in a Portuguese community.
But how about your dad? What did he do? Like start off here?
So my father was born here.
Oh, yeah?
They came here late. My grandfather came here, started work here.
Yeah.
And then brought my grandmother here, and then had my father here.
Nice.
So same thing too. He worked in kind of the construction, contracting, worked with his hands. And yeah, gave us a life over here.
Nice. Would you say your mom had like any difficulties integrating, or was pretty easy since she was pretty young still?
To be honest, I think just living Portuguese with Portuguese grandparents, like their parents, was hard enough. 'Cause I know how they grew up. It was the chinela, the wooden spoon, and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So the school and the integrating, I don't think was the hardest part.
No.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. For example, when you're coming up and you're within your community and with your Portuguese upbringings,
Yeah.
how different did you feel it was from like other friends that weren't of Portuguese heritage, let's say, like other communities?
Well, growing up, we had a lot. I went to Laval Catholic. It's a very European
Yeah.
type school. John F.
Yeah.
Kennedy, very European. We had a few other ethnicities, but primarily was European. So, like my father says, it's the same shit, just different smell. You know what I mean?
As the old saying says, right?
It's same, but different, but still same. So we all get along pretty well with our other friends, the other Italian friends.
for sure.
It was the same thing.
So I went there in July, and I went.
Nice.
I think the restaurants and stuff is on. What's it called? Saint Laurent.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So I went there for a walk the first night. It's busy though. Like the nightlife of Montreal is along that street, I think, right?
Yeah, that's huge nightlife. I haven't been there in years, but from what I remember, I have the kids, I have the wife, the kids. I like to calm.
Yeah, for sure.
It goes
I know how it is.
tranquil, nice and easy, So, but yeah, that's all the clubs, all the restaurants, all the supper clubs. The nightlife is over there, so we're big on the nightlife here.
I'm not gonna lie. I walked down to that. They call it the Jardim de Portugal. There's like a
Yes.
hey, there's like a padrão dos descobrimentos in the middle. Hey, when I saw that, I'm like, hey, this is amazing, brother. And there's
Yeah.
a plank there. It says like in commemoration of the Portuguese being there for 50 years, but this was already 20 years ago. So now I think the Portuguese community is already like 70 years old in Montreal, I think.
Yeah. So like, there's a little bit of a little Portugal area
Yeah.
where they have the restaurants, the
Yeah.
padarias. All
But
they have
even
their.
it's big because I took a walk down and then there's like this huge Santa Cruz Community Center.
Yeah.
And then there's
There's
the church
the
there, and
church
there's
there as well.
another
Yeah.
Associação Portuguesa de Canadá or something on the other side. It's like a whole big block there. It's like a
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Wherever there's church, that's where you're gonna find the
Oh
Portuguese. You
yeah,
know.
oh yeah. So I had dinner at the first night at a restaurant called Janu.
Okay.
Janu. I was talking to the guy there, and I asked him like, how many Portuguese dine there? In his restaurant. So I think Casa Minhota is more traditional food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said, so here we don't get much Portuguese. Like usually Portuguese people, when they miss the Portuguese food, they go more to Casa Minhota because it's more traditional type of food. And there, because he has the Portuguese food. Like you would feel like you're in Portugal when you eat there.
Yeah.
Like I had a great dinner there. But he said like mostly other people drop in, like Portuguese tend to go to the other place. And then there's this huge it's not huge, but it's amazing. Like they make huge sandwiches. What's it called? Portugalia?
Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like that place. The sandwiches are
I've never been. I've never been.
no, but sandwiches are amazing. You gotta go there. And they have these neat murals on the wall. It's really cool.
Oh shit! I haven't. Look, I'm very fortunate. I still have all my grandparents, all four grandparents.
Nice.
So
Nice.
stay in Laval, go to your grandparents' house, or drive downtown in
Are they
traffic.
there? Is that where they are? Yeah.
Yeah, my grandparents are literally like 10, 15 minutes away. So it's like, and my mom too, you know what I mean? So it's like, would you rather go downtown in 40 minutes, 50-minute traffic, or stay, close to
Oh yeah,
home, close to
I know
Laval?
how it is. Here's the same thing. Like you think it's everything is close by, but it's not. Like even just within the city, it takes you sometime an hour to go somewhere.
Because
So
you're in
it's
the Great Toronto area, right?
yeah, anywhere in the Greater Toronto, whether it be Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, you take like 45 minutes to an hour just to do sometimes 10 kilometers or 20.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. So let me ask you something. Uh, what type of, like, from your upbringings, what type of the Portuguese values and traditions do you make sure to carry on, like, to your family? Like that you're gonna keep with you guys, to your kids.
Family. It's all about family. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
It's your mother, your father. No matter what age you are, there's still your mother and your father. It's there's no place like home. Like you respect your family, you enjoy time with your family because when it comes down to it, it's you come from a family, you create a family, and you got to pass down those values. So
Oh yeah.
what I got from my parents, I see now as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate a lot more, and I kind of want to just instill that Portuguese value of where we came from nothing, and you know it's we still have nothing. All we have is each other. You know what I
Of
mean? So
course.
that's everything
That's
for
the reality that some of us don't realize.
exactly. So really, I just want to give all my love to my kids. I don't want to give them whatever they want. I want to give them what they need. It's just being a father, having a good home, and having good food, Portuguese food. And yes, my wife is Italian, so
Oh yeah,
we
she's
have
Italian.
we have to
So
put
who
some
wins?
Italian
Who
food.
wins at the house? Portuguese food or Italian? Maybe
We
Italian because
all
she.
it's me that cooks in the house.
Nice. There you go. So since we're talking about food, and we have to talk about food because it's such a important
Oh,
staple to Portuguese culture.
we gather around the table for food. We eat food. We eat more food after the food. It's
Oh yeah. Even sometimes like occasions are all based off of like where we're gonna eat and how good the food has to be. Like it's very important to us.
yeah.
What dish did you eat growing up that you can still have any day of the week today?
My grandmother's roast beef. Marcella, I know it. I'm gonna probably upset a lot of Portuguese, but I can't eat Marcella.
No,
I
that's okay.
I can't.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm from the mainland, but even I didn't know this because I just knew about my region. I know that you guys don't like the morcella com arroz, but I'm from that region and I love it. So when I had the other one, it was like, it's not that great. So I can go without it. But when
Yeah,
I have the other one that I'm used to, I love it.
yeah. That obviously the chorizo called vert was always me. Oh, canja. When I was
Kanja.
always sick, my grandmother would always make the canja.
Every kid
But
loves it. Even my
oh,
kids, they love it.
she would put a little vin. She put a little wine
Yeah.
inside. You know, it's nice purple. That always reminds me when I was sick. Chorizo com pop suc. You know what I mean? Anything that Vavo made that was like just sardinhas on the little frying pan outside.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. How about
That's
is there a type of bacalhau that you like the best?
bacalhau com batatas. You know
But like what?
the
Cozido?
see, yeah, and in the food, and with
Yeah,
a little bit of
anyway, right? Yeah.
onions. With the eggs on top. I mean, look,
Yeah.
yeah. I would say that's probably my top five right there. Yeah.
So let me ask you another question, circling back to Montreal before we move on. How do you feel like amongst the communities where you are? How do you feel like the Portuguese are viewed as, like in the communities?
Well, all I know from the Portuguese
Yeah.
people is that we're hard workers.
No, for sure. But I'm asking, like, how do you think other people view us?
And you know what? I never thought of it that way. I have
No,
no idea. That's a hard question.
no,
Shoot.
I know. It's that curiosity.
How do you think? Well, what do you think?
So I was born here, but I lived in Portugal for 20 years. And when I moved back out, like everybody, I was looking. So I came ahead of my wife and my kids, and then I stayed here for 6 months, and then I brought them over. And like everybody, you start small, right? I looked for a basement apartment, and when the owner of the house like knew I was Portuguese, he rented it out right to me. He said he didn't need to look for anybody else.
Ah,
So he said because his experience was like he knows that we're about work, like we'll work and we'll pay the bills, and we look after the house. So
yeah.
it's like sometimes other cultures aren't so much prone to that, but we will like look after the garden, we'll take care of the house, and we'll pay the bills because we work.
Yep.
So that's how I generally feel like we're viewed as here. No, like nobody thinks too highly of us. I think because they don't know our history and they don't know of the impact and that we've had in history, even throughout the descobriments. A lot of people even narrow it more down to Spain, thinking that like Columbus was this massive genius that discovered the Americas,
Yeah.
even though he learned everything in Portugal. But but among like aside from that, people are like know about like they know we have like nice food, the people who have ate it, and that we're hardworking immigrants.
We're honest people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So you're gonna give me. You can take a minute to think about it. You're gonna give me, let's say, your top five. You can throw in an honorable mention if you want. Your top five Portuguese influential people in history.
Okay. Top five most influential
It's a hard list, so
Portuguese.
if you gotta throw in a few more, it's fine.
Okay. Vasco da Gama.
There you go. Yeah,
You know,
you gotta put some navigators in there.
but yeah. No, I'm gonna say my father. You know what I mean? There's no one
Nice, nice.
father, my
Keeping it
grandfather,
real,
my family. That's
keeping it real. Nice.
biggest on personal
On a
influential.
personal level,
And
for
I
sure.
think everybody's father and their mother have been a big influencing.
Nice.
But Cristiano Ronaldo,
Well,
he is,
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
For sure, in our generation, he's like the biggest superstar in the world. He surpasses like football. Like he's a
yeah,
legit icon. So, he's
yeah.
part of pop culture by now. So
I think you can't go talk about music without Jorge Pereira.
that that's another one. I wasn't too aware of him in the beginning, but like since I've been back, I've learned about him. So I know he's a big star, especially amongst the communities here in the North
Yeah.
America.
What am I? Three, four?
So you're at four, I think.
And I think today, there's a few, I'd say, comedians, actors,
Yeah,
influencers that I like to watch, like the
nice.
Portuguese kids, João Cagan,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
these guys that keep everything light and
Yeah,
happy
for
and,
sure.
and
And that's what we
positive.
need.
Yeah, and just these are people like that put in the work and yeah, and I think those for me,
Okay,
yeah,
that's a solid, nice list you got going on there. So before we move on to like your boxing journey, let's
yes.
just give me a rate from 1 to 10. on how proud you are being Portuguese.
I feel proud. I'll put it at an 11.
That's the perfect answer, my friend.
I mean, it's who I am. It's who God made me to be. It's where my roots are from, and I'm proud to be it. I'm humbled by it as well. We've done so much in history, and we've done so much, but yeah, we're such a humble and honorable people, and that's what I really like about being Portuguese. So for me, I'm very thankful, to be raised, to learn the language, and to be part of something that has a great community and has deep faith and deep roots in their faith as well with Jesus Christ. And so for me, it's very important. I'm very thankful to be part of this. I don't want to say nationality. Yeah,
Thank
it's
you for
called.
that answer. It's very, very beautiful, man. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Because especially sometimes it feels like it's more of the Portuguese diaspora that have more pride in where they come from than sometimes the people that are living there currently. Sometimes you feel like the people there don't appreciate where they're from or their history as much as people that are abroad. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I know I'm not speaking for everybody, but you definitely see that a lot. It's a very secularized generation, especially like on the Portugal, the mainland. I know in the islands they're still more tied to traditions and
Mhm.
religious values, but on
Yes.
the mainland it became a lot more secularized and globalized and then they accept a lot of like modern narratives of history, but so thank you for your answer. I appreciate that. I feel the same way.
Yeah. Every time I go to Portugal, it was a surge. It's like, man, I feel so Portuguese.
Yeah, man.
I
Everybody
feel like,
says, everybody says
yeah,
when they get off the plane, they feel like 10 years younger.
yeah. It feels you feel spirit, like you feel so spiritual. You feel so connected to your homeland. You feel where you came from, where your parents came from. It's something that just takes over your body, and that you feel greatly appreciative. And
Oh yeah.
yeah,
So let's get into the boxing. You,
yes.
I saw that you. When did you start boxing, and why did you get into it?
So I started around like late teens.
Yeah.
I started with a few different martial arts and boxing at the same time.
Yeah, beautiful. Because I was gonna ask you that. What else did you do? Like,
So I practiced some Muay Thai, some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, some freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling,
nice. Yeah.
a little bit of MMA and boxing. But I found that boxing was for me my calling. Like I felt like everything was cool. Like I excelled. I learned very quickly. I was always athletic. I played sports, soccer, hockey on high levels as well. So when I went transition into a martial arts base, I liked it, but what really caught me was the boxing.
Yeah.
I found like the art of it and the complexity and the difficulty of just only using your hands and only hitting the half of the body. It just and I excelled at it. It's in the first year I became the silver gloves champion. So
Is that like a tournament?
So yeah, you have like the bronze, silver,
Yeah.
and the golden gloves, and you got to
Yeah.
go each level to you have a certain amount of fights that you go to bronze,
Yeah.
and after you accomplish that, you can apply for the silver gloves, and then after your silver gloves, typically you have enough fights to go into the golden gloves, and yeah, so I won the silver gloves, and I put all my time into boxing, taught boxing, trained boxing, and as an amateur, I was sponsored as well.
Nice.
So it gave me an opportunity to really hone in my craft and teach, learn, and just have fun. You know what I mean? At 20 years, I was 20s, just boxing and training. So it was
Nice.
really fun. And yeah, then I decided to open up a gym at the same time.
So I saw online somewhere that it mentions that you have like 4 fights, right? What are those
Amateurs,
bouts?
amateurs, I had about 50 fights.
Yeah, okay. So those are pro fights already?
No, those are not pro
Oh
fights.
no. Yeah, I tried to look into it, but I know that on one site it says you have 4 bouts, and then it doesn't go much into it more. So I was just trying to figure out what your
Yeah,
record
that's
looks
really
like.
weird. I saw that. I don't know
Yeah.
why. So I turned pro at about in 2016, 17.
Yeah.
And that's right around the when I opened up a gym. and I knew nothing about business. I knew nothing about running gyms. I just opened up a gym just to. I had a feeling. I had good
Yeah,
clients. You know what I mean. So I just took the leap of faith and went at it. And
and it beats. Hey, it beats a 9 to 5. So
yeah, because you're working 9 to 9.
no, hey, if you're gonna work for yourself, it's
Yeah,
not gonna be an easy life. But at least pick something that you enjoy. You know.
exactly, exactly. So it took off, went really well, and I kind of had to put my career on hold. I didn't have enough experience business wise. Everything went super well. My classes were fully booked, privates. I was working day and night, 6 7 days a week, and I got to a point where around COVID time where I had to make a decision like, should I start fighting again? Start. So right now, I'm like, we opened up another gym as well.
Yeah.
Um,
So how many
and
do you have?
so I had closed that one
Yeah.
right during COVID just because I was uncertain and my lease was ending. I wanted to go back into fighting and I didn't have the expertise and the business,
Uh-huh.
mentality to kind of go apart from it. I had to do everything.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I decided to sell the gym, sell my clients and everything to another gym. Because I was just having a child too, my firstborn.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Uncertain times, I made the decision for myself and my family. So we sold everything to another gym, which they put me on contract and I worked with them.
Uh-huh.
And just recently, I opened up about 7 months ago a new gym and doing super well. And my wife and I opened up her gym right around the time before COVID too. So we're a gym family, you know.
Wow, that's beautiful. Hey, I've been seeing videos, man. Your gym looks nice, man. You open it
Thank
up
you.
and you get the fresh, you get the train outside, inside.
Yeah,
It's
it's
nice, man.
I've gotten a great opportunity here for the owners of this building over here, the soccer
Yeah,
complex too.
yeah.
It's also in a soccer complex at Soccer IQ. So we had a great meeting and a great opportunity that came to us both, and things just really worked really well between me and them. We made this work, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and that's it.
So now you're not really looking back to the fighting days. It's more so a coach managing the business. Is that it? Or does it still, do you still get the itch?
The itch is always there, and
Because now I don't think you're a middleweight anymore.
no, now I'm going like cruiserweight.
Yeah, 'cause obviously,
A
if you're
little
gonna
heavier,
fight, you know, you're gonna go down a little bit. But
Yeah, now we
yeah,
have a good team over here, and I'm planning to go back in the ring, and it's in the talks right now.
so I'm also like an MMA guy. I enjoy it a lot. But I've noticed you're close to TriStar Gym, right?
Yes,
Have you ever been there?
I think one of my first Muay Thai fights was in TriStar. Yes, and I don't believe after that I went in maybe just to go see a buddy of mine sparring there. Maybe I did a sparring there.
So I was gonna come with a follow up. So you didn't meet JSP or anyone?
I've met GSP on other occasions, like when I was doing some wrestling and some MMA. We had mutual friends, but never like
Yeah,
never really shot the shit with him or anything like
yeah,
that.
that's
Just
uh,
was introduced.
it's close by, so I had to ask. You're in the fighting game and you're a boxer, but you've done the wrestling, you've done the Muay Thai, so had to ask. So how can people like where is this gym that any influencer, anybody online from town or out of town, when they're in town, they can swing by and have a nice ass beating
Well,
from you at the gym?
that's the gym of the FBC. It's FBC Gym. We're located on De La Rancid at the
Yeah.
4980 Boulevard De La Rancid inside the Soccer IQ complex. You guys can come here. We have all different types of packages, plans, open training. We have a boxing ring. We have an outdoor huge facility where we train, and it's all about growing. It's all about being better than the last day. Just working on yourself and having fun and being. And here again, we're a community. So whatever I learned from the Portuguese community, I just replicate it here. It's when you come here, you're home. That's what it is.
I've noticed you have like a comedic side to you, and you like to punish people while you're laughing at them. So that's always nice to see.
I went through it all. I went through it all. maybe worse, maybe.
Have you always been semi-comedian or no?
Oh, you know what? I think I get that from my father because my
Yeah.
father, he just talks to people on the street, never heard of. He always makes fun of people as a good way, not a. He's always made jokes and
Would
my
you say
grandfather too.
whoever wants to join your gym, would you say it's more focused on like a fitness recreational aspect of boxing, or like if they want to compete, they can also join your gym to compete?
So we have here as our membership, it is for anyone that wants to come and learn boxing.
Yes.
It's you learn the proper fundamentals, and from there we grow, we have fun.
Yeah.
We do have like my coach is here,
Yeah.
Hercules. He's here. He's teaching as well. We have some professional and amateurs at the gym as well. So that's a different division. That's solely they take care of that.
Mhm.
The gym as a whole daily is for the people that want to come in here, hit the bag, hit the mitts, learn how to box, functional training as well. They just want to sweat and have fun.
That's what it's all about, right? You
That's it,
want to
man.
work out, you want to stay fit and shape, healthy, and
Yeah,
it's always convenient to know how to throw a few punches, to defend yourself.
it's always good to
I say
know.
to this day, I've trained a lot of different stuff, but if you have to pick one, boxing is key for like a self-defense situation or even a fight out of any like that can happen
Yeah,
anywhere. You don't really want to go down. You want to stay strong and you want to focus on your hands. So boxing is really, really effective. Maybe the most effective.
I believe boxing is it's all about footwork, So if you got your feet underneath you, you know how to block, you know how to throw punches, you know how to
Oh yeah.
defend punches. I don't know what the percentage is of fights that not a
It's
lot of
like
people go to the
the
ground. You know what I mean?
jujitsu
It
guys
ends
used
up
to
in
the jujitsu guys used to say 100% start standing, 90% are on end up on the ground. But those statistics came from the police division, right? Because they would have to take people down to put their handcuffs on them and stuff. But in reality, they all start standing.
in reality. Look, you throw punches. Number one,
Yeah.
that's
Oh
the
yeah.
first thing.
I've
I
worked.
agree with jujitsu. It is
Oh
a
yeah, it's
great.
beautiful. It's fundamental.
It's great. It's when you get on the ground, you need to know what
Oh yeah.
you have
It's
to do in
better to
order to
have it in your back pocket than not have it. That's for sure.
exactly. But boxing, yeah.
That's for sure. All right.
And
So,
what about you? Let me ask you, what made you go into podcasting and, asking, Portuguese? What's your purpose, man?
so you know what it is? I used to be a little bit more on the social medias and stuff, but then I run a contracting company too, so I've been busy. Like honestly, the past 7 8 years, I haven't. I used to be more all about fitness and everything. Then I got after COVID, it kind of drifted away, and I got busy with work because for some people, COVID was horrible, but for me, like we were drowning in work, so it was actually good for us. Yeah, and then I just got busy, and then I forgot some of my goals. And then as of lately, you notice I've always been a proud Portuguese. I love my culture. I love our history. And it
Yeah,
doesn't have to be a perfect history, but it's our history. And there's more positives than negatives. And nothing is perfect in life, but I love our history and I'm proud
yeah,
of it. And I read into it. If you look into the statistics online, it won't tell you the true percentage of Portuguese people abroad. But because there's a lot of them that aren't even registered, but there's probably like another 10 million Portuguese outside of Portugal. And those ones carry the flag. They put stickers on their car. They do tattoos. Like those, they love being Portuguese. It needs to be a platform, which there are many I've been seeing, and it's great. But I wanna normalize our greatness because a lot of people think, oh, what are we? We're just Portuguese. No, we are Portuguese. It's not we're not a small country. We're a tremendous country. We're a small land, but we're a
yes.
tremendous country with tremendous people. We're humble people. We work hard, we get after it, and we get things done. And people appreciate that. I mean, I just have the pride in it. I know I've seen so many stories like yours, a funny guy that I gotta ask you. I gotta come back to this question I wanted to ask you. But like
Yeah.
a funny, good-looking guy that's blowing up on social medias. I hadn't heard of you before. I discovered you on the net. I looked into your story. I'm like, this is a great guy. I want to talk to this guy. There's other guys. There's a stereotype that people think that Portuguese immigrants all work in construction.
Yeah.
It's not the case though. But hold on. But the ones that do work in construction are highly effective. Like they're great workers. It's not the case. They work in everything. But the
Yeah.
stereotype is construction because when we leave, They came from an era that people didn't study too much in Portugal. And when they leave, you look for a hard labored, high skilled paying job, right? So
Yeah.
they got into construction. It was hard work. Not everyone wanted to do it, and not everyone can do it as good and as fast as us. So we got into that, and we make a lot, and a lot of them built a life like that. And it's a proven
Yeah.
success story because they immigrate, and their first generation, they managed to buy a house, they managed to put their kids through schools, and their daughters become teachers. So it's a proven formula that works. But and not everybody gets into that. Other people have other dreams, and they seek their dreams. And it's the
Yeah.
most beautiful thing. And I just want to help share our stories so everyone can realize how great we are, and we're everywhere. Where you least expect it, there's a Portuguese guy that has a great story to tell. And that's basically just the idea of this whole journey. I want to connect us all around the world a little bit. I want to talk to you. I'm going to be talking to some English guys. I got some South African guys lined up. Like I'm trying to go a little bit all over and try and like create bridges for everybody, you know?
That's nice, man. Appreciate that.
So, but I had to ask you. I have to circle back to what we just talked about a little
Yeah.
bit. How the hell did you get into boxing? I saw a couple of your Facebook pictures. You could have been a Hollywood star, man. You could have been a model. I saw some picture. I'm like, what the hell is this? This guy looks like a movie star. Why the hell would you want to get punched in the face?
Because I want to punch people in the face. If you're a good boxer, it's
You
you
don't get
punch
too much punched.
you hit, you don't get hit. So I don't know. I just picked the most challenging thing you could possibly do. Right? It's considered the hardest sport in the world to do.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I was always a soft kid that I never really caused trouble. I didn't like trouble. Um, but you know what? It's when I started the boxing, I had the shaved head. And the whole.
Yeah, you look like a model for Ugu Boss or something. Remember those commercials back in the day, Martini Man? You kind of look like that.
Yeah, no, I went completely opposite. I would look like a lumberjack now, and yeah, no, I just started to. I used to like Bruce Lee a lot. Yeah, so I watched a lot of Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. I says, I was in the gym. I was 14, 15 years old, and I was hitting the weights and everything. But then I just was astounded at how this guy Bruce Lee and these martial arts guys
Yeah,
that
for
they,
sure. Like
you
all of
know,
it. I think it's a generational thing. I think we all grew up with that. Yeah.
exactly. I wanted to just like kick ass and just learn
Oh
how
yeah.
to use my hands.
Oh yeah.
What
Oh
all
yeah.
the what's good of all these muscles if you don't know how to use your
If you don't know
body?
how to use it, that's for sure.
So tumbled into Bruce Lee movies, watched those, and started to look at Muay Thai, wrestling, and UFC fights, and I just wanted to get into it. And then I just started testing out, and I started enrolling myself to different martial arts, trying them out, see what wouldn't work, which one did I like, which one I didn't like. And when I go into something, I go into and I'm like, I just envelop myself in that.
Mm-hmm.
I give it 100%, and then I'll know if I don't like it or not. You know what I mean? So I
Hmm.
would go into wrestling maybe a few years. I would do the jujitsu. I would Muay Thai and mixed match. And like, nah, I don't like that. And then when
Yeah,
I
for
was
sure.
sitting
Yeah, yeah.
boxing was just like,
Yeah,
okay,
you're
this.
finding your groove.
I had fun when I hit a couple of guys. I fought a couple of guys in Bellator, like
Yeah.
sparring and spar with some guys. I would break people. I broke a couple of people's ribs. I felt bad, but it like made me like it fueled and these were
Oh
my
yeah.
friends that I was sparring with. I'm not supposed to feel good about it.
No,
I felt
but
bad. I felt terrible, but I loved
you
putting
love
people in
knowing
pain.
what you're capable of, right?
Yeah, and to this day, they still tell me like, this part of my rib, you see, it's like still popping out. It's you. I'll always remember. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you're like, remember me.
Uh, yeah, it's all the love, you know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
I really loved boxing, and I really liked the art of it, and you know what I mean. I'm a
Oh
very
yeah.
good counter puncher. I like you figure it's literally the best metaphor you can put about life. Boxing for me is life, and you can attest to
Yeah.
any lesson, anything you can apply from boxing is excellent.
You get out of it what you put in, right?
Exactly. But
So let me ask you. I notice you run a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Hit for the cure, is that right?
Yeah. So
What's the motivation there?
my brother was diagnosed with cancer about it's close to 10 years now.
Oh wow.
And I remember that day. So he was sick for a little while. We didn't know what was wrong with him for a good month. You know, I saw my brother suffering,
Uh-huh.
and we didn't know what it was. Then one day, Lord behold, I was working at my gym. I got the call from my mom, said that your brother was diagnosed with cancer. And I kind of sat down and
For sure.
she kept talking to me. She's like, "Listen, it's okay. It's a very curable cancer. He has to go through his treatments. Could be a year, could be a year and a half. We're gonna have to take it as it goes. But it's gonna be okay." So you realize, like, you think of all these cancer fundraisers, they fund like these foundations. Does it really work? You know what I mean? Like, but they tell me like 30 years ago, this cancer that my brother had was not a curable cancer. So I felt that it was my duty and my obligation to continue to contribute and to continue to raise funds so that maybe in the next 20, 30 years, 40 years, another cancer um, can be cured. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful, brother.
So yeah, that's what it was.
Is there like a bank account that you can collect money, or is it just through like events?
So what we do is with events. So every time we do an event, we put up a link,
Uh-huh.
and they donate to that link as well.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. But
Yeah, so for sure, next time we get one, I'm gonna send you the link, and we'll put that down.
all right. I wasn't expecting that. I'm sorry about that story on the
It's
personal
okay.
level.
But look, my brother beat it.
You
You know
beat
what I
it?
mean?
How's he doing
He beat
today?
it. He's doing good. He hits the
Beautiful.
gym. He's taking advantage of life. He's going for it. He's doing what he needs to do. He loves it. You know what I mean? I'm thankful to God that he
He's
protected
a
my family,
warrior.
my
He
brother.
beat it, huh?
Yeah, and I'm thankful to God for that. I pray every day for that, you know, to protect my family, my brother. So I'm very thankful, and I want to give back, and it's all about giving back.
And you're all about family, aren't you? You
Sir,
seem to be a great son, a great brother, great husband, great father. Huh?
I try, man.
You're a
I
man
try.
of God and
Yes,
proud of it, which is
yes,
very
sir.
important. We should always
Yes,
be proud of where we come from, who we are, and what we believe in. I
yes,
appreciate that, brother. Keep spreading the love. I
yes,
enjoy
sir. You too,
watching your
man.
comedy and your little skits that you do
Yes,
sometimes,
sir.
your videos. Hopefully, we can do a part two, maybe in person, or do a
I
little
would love
something.
that, man. I would love that. Anytime
All
you come
right.
to Montreal, yeah, for sure, man.
All right. So I'm gonna leave it here, buddy.
All right, man.
All right. Take care. Hope. Where can everyone follow you? Where are you more active?
Yes. So you can hit me on Instagram at Jeffrey Furtado
Yeah.
or my FBC Gym um, profile as well.
All right.
TikTok, I'm kind of active on TikTok,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but I'm still getting used to that, man.
Yeah.
You know when your grandparents look at the computer and
Oh
say like,
yeah.
what is this?
I
You're
know.
like,
I know.
Papa, yeah,
I
it's
know. It's like
it's the
the kids
phone.
nowadays think Instagram is like for old people.
It's
It's
crazy,
crazy.
man. Yeah.
Listen, I wish you all the best. I wish your
Thank you, man.
business, your gym, all the best. Hope maybe you can open up another 3 or 4 of them in the region.
Thank you, man. I hope so too.
And let's continue building each other up, brother.
Thanks for having me,
All
man.
right. Take care,
All
buddy.
right. Take care,
Ciao,
man.
ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Hold on.